This isn't something I normally do, but I came across this. Doritos Blue Grilled Steak Chips. Because Jurassic World's got another movie and we need blue chips. Never had blue chips before, so I guess let's give this a shot. Amazing camera work, I say. Let's see what this looks like. Not quite as blue as I was. Okay, kind of blue. Anyways, this is theoretically supposed to taste like a grilled steak. Well, it smells the part. I don't know what planet or what city you have blue steak that is grilled and blue. Anyways, does have a steaky flavor to it, I guess. No, it's not bad. Kind of underwhelming though. I thought this was going to be a little grosser, but turns out it's just food coloring with a steaky flavor. Oh well, on with the proper pickups, I suppose. Well, that was a thing that happened, and hopefully we won't ever have to do something like that ever again. Ashens is there for a reason if you want to watch some idiot eat some random weird foods or stuff like that, because I don't have the stomach for that sort of thing. The chips weren't bad, but they were, I don't know. Anyways. Anyways, some big news this past week. I got myself a Sega Saturn game. The Incredible Hulk, the Pantheon Saga. From the 90s. I don't know if this game is any good, or it could be bad, but it is a Sega Saturn game. First one I've come across in what seems like years, and probably because it is years since my last Sega Saturn purchase. But it's a new Sega Saturn game. For me at least, it's a new Sega Saturn game, which means I get the dust off the old Sega Saturn, almost literally, I should say. And, good or bad, it'll be an adventure if nothing else. So, looking forward to giving that a shot. Next up we have Garfield Caught in the Act for the Game Gear. This is a Genesis game that I know of. I didn't know there was a Game Gear port, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised. When there's one, there's usually another. That's the way things used to work with Sega. But anyways, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego for the Sega Master System. And that just about does it for the Sega portion of our pickups video. Now let's get for some random stuff here. We got Bust-A-Move 4 PlayStation. Loads of fun. We got Beyond the Beyond, also for PlayStation. It's a role-playing game. In case it isn't apparent by the really thick thing. Also, it's a thick thing. You would think it'd have 2 discs, but it only has 1 disc. I guess because the manual's like really, really thick, but whatever. Anyways, that does it for the PlayStation portion. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles for GameCube. I don't know, I just felt like picking this one up. So, anyways, we got Tiny Toon Adventures for NES. Because, sure, why not? And finally, we have Superman for Atari 2600 video computer system. Use with joystick controllers. Program copyright 1979. I don't know if it's... I've seen a couple videos on it, but it's an Atari game, and it was cheap, so I figured why not. You know, you can never go wrong with Atari games, except for the times that you could. So that's my haul. And I don't know. Should I touch on that other thing that happened? I guess a day or so ago. You know, by the time you're watching this, at least the Ataribox, whatever you want to call it, thing made a couple $1,000,000 on its first day of pre-orders or Indiegogo investing. For the people calling this a massive success and proving everyone wrong, temper your expectations, cause all this showed is that there was a lot of interest in this thing. It doesn't mean it's going to be a success. It still has to come out. It still has to come out on time. It has to be in one piece. And the way I see it, if I see this thing in a Best Buy, if I walk into a Best Buy and I see an Ataribox or whatever it's called in this on store display for sale, that's when I could say it's a success. But otherwise, until that point, I'm still in a wait and see, and I'm still gonna try and figure out exactly what the fuck they're trying to sell here, because I don't know. I guess there's an interest, quite a bit of interest, but I'm still not entirely sold on it. But in any event, to those who invested, you know, good on you. More power to you. Hope your investment pays off, and that's really all I gotta say about that. So, I don't know, might be a good ramble video one of these days, but anyways, in the meantime, this is the haul. Those were chips. That's all I got. Anyways, good night.